Hello and welcome to another video on a United legend in 5 minutes or less, maybe a little bit more. And this time around it's one of our greats that I guarantee you never saw play. But before I begin, why not click on that subscribe button, and if you like the video, please press the thumbs up. I know it sounds like a pain, but it's only a couple of clicks and it'll help the channel grow and reach far more Reds. So let me take you back to the time of a Welsh Wizard, a United goal scoring and goal making legend, a trophy winner, a superstar in his day with amazing longevity and admired for what he did on the pitch despite some of his off the pitch actions that were mired in innuendo and controversy. Nevertheless, in many ways he was a winner, a football revolutionary, and I'm sure you'll know the name. So now you'll know the man, legendary United winger Billy Meredith. Born into the Welsh mining town of Chirk on the 30th of July 1874, the young William Henry Meredith became a pit pony driver at just 12 years of age, dealing with the adversity of pay cuts and subsequent strike action. This went on to shape his personality, which would come to the fore once he became a United player. Meredith started playing for the local Chirk football team, winning the Welsh Cup in 1894, and also from 1892, Billy played part-time football for Football League club Northwich Victoria. Meredith, an outside forward, was gifted with superb balance and agility, which allowed him to avoid clumsy and nasty challenges in what was a very physical era for the game, which meant that he was rarely injured. Also, being down the mines for a decade early in his life had toughened him up. He was a professional ahead of his time, using every moment for extra training, whilst avoiding the vices of tobacco and alcohol, but did have a gimmick of chewing a toothpick during games. Billy Meredith will always be synonymous with both sides of Manchester for the majority of his playing days, and that started with 2nd Division City. The Welshman played 11 seasons at Hyde Road, City's ground in those days, but spent half of it in the second tier. Ironically, Meredith scored a brace on his home debut against fellow Manchester club Newton Heath, but it was the visitors who ran out 5-2 winners on the day. In his second season at the club, he became captain at just 21 and top goal scorer. The Welshman, recognisable and distinctive due to his slight build and moustache, played 362 games, scoring 134 goals in his time at Hyde Road. Meredith even scored a winning goal in the cup final for City in 1904 against Bolton. They wouldn't win another piece of silverware for another 30 years. I sense a theme for the blue side of Manchester here. Meredith would then play a further 2 seasons in blue before scandal hit, and he changed allegiances. In the following season, City were vying for the title with Newcastle. Yes, it really was that long ago. A 3-2 defeat at Villa Park at the end of the campaign dashed City's hopes, but that was set aside by a very unsavoury occurrence between Sandy Turnbull and Villa captain Alex Leake, who came to blows. A Football League inquiry saw Meredith suspended for the whole of the 05-06 season for unsuccessfully attempting to bribe Leake with £10. City, fearful of FA sanctions and with the media and public pressure mounting, refused to pay the Welshman for the next 18 months. However, he was transfer listed in May 06 after he claimed that he was only following manager Tom Maley's orders and that cheating was common practice at the club. I don't want to say it, but same old City, always cheating. The FA punished the Blues with a £900 fine for illegal payments, around 112 grand today, as well as suspending numerous players, board members and staff. This unpleasant business led to Billy Meredith joining United on a free transfer from City and a handsome signing on fee of £500. That's about 62 grand in today's money. Joining him at Bank Street, the forerunner to Old Trafford, from City, with Sandy Turnbull, Jimmy Bannister and Herbert Burgess. These quality signings already joined some established Red talent in captain Charlie Roberts, Dick Duckworth and Alex Bell. Meredith served his ban and started playing on New Year's Day 1907, but it wouldn't be until the following season that United would realise glory and a first golden era under the leadership of manager Ernest Magnall. That lineup secured United's first ever league title, and by a whopping 9 points from second place Villa. Remember, it was only 2 points for a win in those days. Then United went on to play and win the inaugural Charity Shield match against Southern League champions QPR. The first game ended up in a 1-1 draw in very wet conditions, with Meredith getting United's goal. A replay was suggested at a less inclement time of year, so in late August the two sides took to the field again at Stamford Bridge, but this time QPR was swept aside 4-0. However, before United would finally taste success in the spring of 1908, Billy Meredith's trade union leanings came to the fore in the form of wanting to establish a players' union, organising the first meeting in December 1907. The players' union sought the relaxation of restrictions on transfers and wages, and a year later added that players should be allowed to take a percentage of their transfer fee. With threats of strike action, the FA insisted that the players leave the Players' Union and pledge their allegiance to the Football Association. Manchester United stood alone and defied the FA by not issuing revised contracts to its players, with the FA in turn suspending the entire United squad. The FA finally organised a meeting of 200 players excluding United, whose captain Charlie Roberts now coined the name Outcasts FC to refer to themselves as. In the end, the players won their rights, and the FA now recognised the Players' Union thanks to the driving force of Billy Meredith and Charlie Roberts. Back on the pitch, United, inspired by Billy and an exciting forward line, managed to make the 1909 Cup final against Bristol. United won the tie 1-0 with a goal from Sandy Turnbull after a shot by Harold Halse had struck the bar, but it was Billy Meredith who was named man of the match for his contribution on the right wing. In February 1910, United moved from Bank Street to a brand new 50,000 capacity purpose-built stadium, Old Trafford, thanks to chairman John Henry Davies. It was in the following season that Billy got his hands on a couple of pieces of silverware for the final time as United claimed their second league title in 3 seasons in the 1910-11 campaign. After losing to Villa in the penultimate match, the Reds needed to beat Sunderland, who was sitting in 3rd spot, whilst praying that Villa didn't beat Liverpool. United won the game 5-1, Villa lost 3-1 at Anfield, and United took their second title, a point ahead of Villa. United met Swindon Town in the Charity Shield, running out 8-4 winners, with Harold Halse netting 6 times. After a poor campaign in the following season, manager Ernest Magnall left United for City. Meanwhile, Meredith had a benefit match, earning him £1,400 or 164 grand today. After that, things turned sour as new manager John Bentley dropped the Welshman for a younger alternative, and the club stalled on the benefit match payments. At the end of the 14-15 season, it was United who were caught up in a bribery scandal, as they needed to avoid defeat against Liverpool to stay up. But this time, Billy wasn't involved, and a number of other players were punished. The onset of World War I a couple of years later saw Billy lose 5 seasons of play, and some former teammates, including Sandy Turnbull, who fell at Arras. On May the 17th, 1921, Billy Meredith took to the field in United colours for the last time against Derby County, at the age of 46 years, 281 days, and then moved on a free to City for the following season to join his former manager. Meredith went on to play occasionally until the 23-24 season, but now well into his 40s was a shadow of his former self. The mercurial Welshman played his final match in City colours at the age of 49 years, 245 days. Billy Meredith played a total of 740 club games, scoring 176 goals in the league and cup during his career, winning 2 First Division titles, both with United, 2 FA Cups, 2 Charity Shields, again both with United, and 2 Second Division titles, both with City. Billy earned 48 Welsh caps but missed several other opportunities to represent his country, as those fixtures clashed with club commitments in the league. Billy helped his native Wales to 2 home championships in 1907 and 1920 and scored 11 goals in those 48 appearances. William Henry Meredith passed away on the 19th of April 1958 at the age of 83 and was buried in an unmarked grave, according to his wishes, in Southern Cemetery in Didsbury. However, the PFA, Welsh FA, City and United clubbed together to cover the upkeep and cost of a new headstone. Billy Meredith is honoured in the English Football Hall of Fame. Well, I hope you enjoyed that more than a century's journey back in time to explore the footballing life of United legend whose name you knew, but you probably knew little about. Please leave a comment below on what you thought of Billy, and like, share and subscribe. As always, thank you for your support.